Yeah, then it hasn't improved there. It's never improved. What do you mean? It's never improved. It's never. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Enthroning. Good afternoon, evening, morning, Patriots, and welcome back to another episode of the Discourse, another special episode of the Discourse, a special spooky episode of the Discourse. Yes, I myself am also ensconced in shadow in honor of our fourth Alan Wake Part 2 stream. I'm sorry I didn't get back to the stream as quickly as I wanted to. I wanted to make some coffee. You can see my French press behind me. You can see my Francais presse behind me. I don't know why I switched from French accents to British accents there at the end there. But yeah, I wanted some coffee, but then it turned out I was out of coffee, so I had to go buy some coffee so I could make some coffee, so I could drink some coffee because I've been so tired today. Probably because of the temperature being so low, probably because of the drugs. Who's to say? But we're back, and we're ready to play Alan Wake Part 2 for a fourth time. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I don't suspect that we will have a packed chat today, but maybe I'll do better at playing the game because of that. Maybe I'll do better at actually being the elite gamer that I know I can be, simply because I have less eyes on me. For those of you who weren't with us, last we played Alan Wake Part 2, FBI agent Kamala Harris was able to, via sleuthing, release the titular Alan Wake from the dark place where he has been for the past 13 years after the events of Alan Wake Part 1.
Who are you?
Hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI. I can hear you.
Cauldron Lake.
Yes, I'm at Cauldron Lake. Where are you?
How to escape. In danger. The Dark Presence.
Danger. Thanks. Got it. Hey! Are you okay?
No! It's my fault! It got out with my face! Scratch!
Sir, calm down. I'm gonna need you to take a breath.
He's changed the story. The Dark Presence. We must stop it before...
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've been...
Wake? Where did you come from? You've been missing for 13 years.
13.
I didn't realize that they were going to put us back before the end of the previous chapter. At the end of each chapter, they have like a James Bond intro song. They're pretty alright. It depends on how you feel about James Bond intro songs. Like latter ones, like Die Another Day, stuff like that. Not like, you know, Diamonds Are Forever by Shirley Bassey. Bassey? Shirley Bassey? This one's a little Eurovision-y though. I think I said that last time. This one is kind of Eurovision-y. Oh yeah, and like Imagine Dragons. This is like Imagine Dragons too. Okay, we're not gonna listen to the whole song.
Andy, where did you go? All of a sudden the radio stopped working and then the flooding disappeared. Crazy forest. Is this who I think it is?
Casey.
Keanu Reeves?
To Alan Wake. Mr. Wake, this is Special Agent Alex Casey. He'll escort you to our car. Casey, I'll meet you there, right after I take a look around. If the flooding's receded, there might be evidence we missed earlier.
Okay. See you there.
Goals.
How? Am I still... Is this the dark place? No, it can't be. I got out.
Yeah, so...
The PI in your books has the same name as me. Great. Moving on.
Yeah, so there's like a lot of things that bear explanation. I guess the first is that Alex Casey is my white cis het male partner who kind of looks like I don't know who's the name. What's the actor who plays Barry? Hader. Whatever.
You have a flashlight? It's not safe without light.
Should look around. With the flooding gone, could be further clues out there. The flooding disappeared very suddenly. I wonder if there's any connection to the overlap. To Nightingale.
So yeah, a few things that bear explanation. Alan Wake is like a cross between Stephen King and Dean Koontz, and I guess like one of those James Patterson style. Now it's getting too dark in here. One of those James Patterson style airport bookshop novel esque authors. And he's been trapped in the dark place as a result of the events of Alan Wake 1 for the past 13 years. The quirked up white boy who's my partner here has the exact same name as the PI in one of Alan Wake's books, which I guess towards the end of Alan Wake 1, we found out that he was, impacting reality with his writing. That old Stephen King trope. So he's been trapped in the dark place for the past 13 years, and now he's out. I'm pretty sure that we're just in the events of one of his terrible books. No offense to Alan Wake, but his books aren't very good. He's no Sutter Kane, right? I'm convinced that we're trapped in one of his books. And the fact that that my partner's name is the same as the PI in his book does make me think that that's probably the case. Give me 1 second to turn this light on so I'm like not fully veiled in shadow.
This is a good case so far, don't you think?
Cases aren't good or bad, Anderson. They're just cases.
Okay, sure, but you have to admit, this one is particularly interesting.
Yeah, so anyway, now that I'm slightly more lit, let's find some more clues. So I got to investigate what's going on around this area. This game is a lot more like detective-y than the first Alan Wake was, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like the first Alan Wake really was just like playing through a Stephen King miniseries, and not a good one, not one of the better ones, I should say. Which is not to say I didn't like Alan Wake 1. It's just, the story left a lot to be desired. Well, that's actually not true. I think it was fine for what it was, but it was just like a mid-tier Stephen King miniseries. It was like Tommyknockers or something like that, not like Langoliers or Storm of the Century. What's going on in the chat? It's a packed crowd today. Back with Anderson, our fave Stephen King clairvoyant protagonist. Oh yeah, Saga Anderson. What are we even looking for here? What's the vibe, Saga? Manuscript pages. This is just at the general store, the radio. I don't want to hear the radio. He's Max Payne. That's probably true too. And also, I cannot imagine that an American police officer, even if they were an FBI agent, would be able to recognize author just on site. I guess it helps because he's been missing for 13 years. So the case of Alan Wake would be very well known to basically any law enforcement agent. But Alan Wake 2's design of Alan Wake is very different from Alan Wake 1's design of Alan Wake. Alan Wake 2's design of Alan Wake looks like if Jared Leto played John Wick, where Alan Wake and Alan Wake 1 did kind of just look like Max Payne. I should probably be paying more attention to the game. He's Max Payne. A locked box.
Is that the coat of the tree symbol on it?
Probably. Okay.
Notes and ammo.
Easy as hell, brother.
Looks like they're tools of the trade.
I could definitely stand to get some ammo because I am a terrible shot, apparently, like most police officers. Man, Morbius is a terrible movie. I heard that.
The cult doesn't see their victims as people.
I heard that like the new Tron with him in it is also pretty not well received. I was kind of curious about it because I like Tron just fine. And I saw Tron Legacy like years ago when it came out. But I mean, did there really need to be another Tron? Also, Morbius was so boring. Morbius is a lot worse than Madam Web in my opinion. Because Madam Web at least is interesting. Not for the reasons it would like to be interesting, but it definitely is interesting. Like I see my my little camera window is right above the goals. Hold on, let me see if I can get that off so I can see what I need to be doing. Boom. I want to see what I should be doing here. Optional, investigate the previously flooded area. Take the car back to Bright Falls. Okay, if I can just keep looking around. Okay. I'm not looking for anything specific, I guess. If it's optional. I think the last thing I saw Jared Leto in was the WeWork docudrama series that they made for, I don't know, it was one of the streaming sites. Was that Peacock? It was like on maybe two and a half years ago at the same time that the what was it? The Theranos one was on with Amanda Seyfried, and Jared Leto played Adam Newman in Jared Leto played Adam Newman in the WeWork one. And I just thought to myself, like, I mean, Adam Newman is not a great guy, but it feels pretty shitty to be like kind of a shitbag and have like them pick one of the only actors who like might on a personal and professional level be worse than you are. Like, imagine if you were just like a normally bad guy, like, oh yeah, you know, they're doing a biopic about me or a biopic about me, and you know, I did a little embezzling. I did some embezzling in my life as a trader, and then to play you in your biopic, they decided, you know, let's just say for example it's me and that's my history. Let's say that they have like, okay, you did some embezzling on Wall Street, and for to portray you, they get like fresh out of prison like Bill Cosby, and they're just like, oh, okay, yeah, like, you know, it's fine, like, yeah, like Bill Cosby will play you, and then, you know, he's a great actor, and you're like, wait, I'm sorry, what? Like, I'm sorry, who's gonna play me? And like, oh, Bill Cosby, like, he's also controversial like you are, and you're like, what? He's also controversial like I am? Like, what? Like, excuse me? Oh, this deer is like fucked up. This deer is a good representation of Trump's America, just like stripped to its bones. Oh, it's Apple TV. Yeah, Apple TV makes some pretty good series. I still haven't seen Severance. Maybe I should watch that once like the Halloween season is over. Okay, I'll do like a little bit more of a, do I have like a detective vision or something? I have like a little shuffle. This is my, I guess not. I don't have like a detective vision. All right. Let's just do one more loop around this flooded area, and then we'll go back and take the car back to town. I'm probably not missing anything. I will say, you probably can't appreciate it because of all the compression, but this is a very pretty game. This is like a very, I think, good-looking game. There hasn't been a good scam doc in a while. And, you know, that reminds me, I probably won't get a chance to talk about it in the short term because I didn't get a chance to talk about it today. But speaking of scam documentaries, I've been really excited about the SBF one. And I didn't get a chance to talk about it during the news coverage today that we did earlier. But Trump did pardon CZ. the CEO slash founder of Binance, who had been arrested for all of the various crimes. I don't know what specifically they ended up getting him on. You'll have to forgive me. I didn't really keep up with that one because there were so many things that Binance was doing that were, criminal based on their own internal like documentation, right? They were, allowing sanctioned groups to push money through their platform to pay out. They were trading against their customers, but Trump just like absolutely went in there and pardoned them. I have to imagine it's because like Eric Trump Jr. has some kind of connection to CZ. Where is the okay, I'm gonna go head over to the parking lot. Let's get out of here. Why not? Oh yeah, they gave CZ a sweetheart deal. I just don't know like the specific rationale for why justified why Trump justified pardoning him. Like I said, probably just because he knows Eric or something. Okay, time for some spooky stuff to start happening. I have like no ammo. Spooky music. Is that a police officer? Oh, Shadow Wolf? Whoa. Whoa, come on. Where'd you go? I see you. Clever girl. Got him. Bro. Don't tell Peter. Come on. Oof. Sorry, brother. I'm gonna get out of here. You got lucky. I love animals. Curtis Sliwa. Whoop. Yeah, it's a real analogy for like the way man corrupts nature or something. Oh, cool. They got arrows pointing me in the right direction. I love that. Or maybe this is just like a stream side stash key. Okay. Is there like a stash near the stream? I guess so, because there's another set of... No, those arrows are pointing back this direction. Oh God, not another manuscript page. Or maybe it wasn't that. No, it was just like a normal page, I suppose. Wide awake. Okay. We're going back to the car. Or I guess stream side. Do you think this like river is the stream? It probably is, right? Like if I just go this way, right? This is probably what... Okay, yeah, this is probably where stream is. One thing you'll notice about how I play games, I love maps. I love looking at my map. I don't have that toxic masculine trait. I'm pull it up again right now. Watch. Okay, perfect. So I'm assuming the stash is over here. You can always use more ammo. Stream side. What side of the stream is it on, I wonder? Have you played the Silent Hill 2 remake? I have not played the Silent Hill 2 the Silent Hill 2 remake. I have actually never played a Silent Hill game because I don't especially enjoy that kind of survivor horror.
Perfect weird souvenir for Logan. There's something written here.
You're gonna bring your kid a cursed doll? Oh God, not poetry.
Riddle.
Oh God, not a riddle.
Reminds me of the nursery rhymes I read to Logan when she was little.
Do you think Logan is real? Do you think Logan is like not a real person? Okay. So what? Do I have to like put different representations on this and it's like a puzzle? 1 bird for light, 2 for darkness, 3 birds for a fight, 4 for a struggle, 5 birds for injury, 6 for misery, 7 for the ending, whatever it may be. Is that the new Taylor Swift song that everyone's mad about? The one about like Tyler Durden's dick? What is his name? Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's dick? Is this like a metaphor for like, 7 inches of that, or like is this like a something else? I don't know. I'm not a big into poetry. That certainly didn't rhyme. Maybe my camera would be better up in like the top left-hand corner. Okay. A little weird, but we'll figure that out. I'm sure it's not something we have to deal with right now. I would just, okay, I guess stream side, perfect. This is literally what it says over here. Perfect, boom. It's probably in this cabin. Oh, boom. Is that not the key? I feel like I should just be able to like... Guess not. I guess that's a different key for a different stash. So none of these are like the actual key for, maybe? Okay. Are the actual key for that. So I must just be inside this cabin. Light them up. Guests, Miriam and Matt, thanks for the lovely hike. Patty came down from NYC and loved every minute of the trip. Lori and Bob, these paths have seen better days. Kev, nice views you got there. Mr. Lockhart, may I suggest adding some nice rest stops along the way? It's like a Yelp reviews for this like abandoned like cabin in the woods. God damn, everyone has to be a critic. Like, this place is like a shithole. Does it need any reviews? Okay, so where's the stash, though? Okay, so maybe this? Nailed it. Woo. That's bright as hell. Oh, and now it's a save spot. Okay, cool. I'll have a little coffee with you, Saga Anderson. How's everyone feeling? Big plans tonight? Do you have big plans tonight? I have big plans tonight. I'm gonna have pizza.
Another one of those rhymes.
Oh God. A mother crow sits in her nest, guarding her babies, doing her best to protect her home from the beast coming to feast, but only a hero brave of heart can keep the two apart. Okay. All right. Let's get back to the car. Let's see what's going on with Alan Wake. I don't want to waste too much time just dicking around. But I do wonder if I should go to like see that cache first. Is it like literally by the stream though? Uh-oh. Let me see those hands. Oh, come on. I'm out of ammo again. I gotta stop picking fights with. Oh no. I feel like they don't take a lot of damage from these like gunshots. East Coast is starting to get cold. It is. I mean, it's starting to get cold all over the place, obviously. Okay, let's just get out of here. I don't want to fool around too much. I want to like. We're not going to read the rhyme again, but I guess we have to engage with it. Otherwise, it won't be. Okay. I've engaged with the rhyme. Let's get out of here. Actually, do I put the heart down? Actually, or is it? Guess not. Or maybe the crow doll. Okay, so I've got to keep like finding these little stuff, this like stuff all over the place. Sing with your heart says it's like 1 p.m. for me right now, but later I go to a friend's concert. That sounds pretty dope. Okay. So like these are like nursery rhyme locations. And that's when I walk all the way around to get to like where the car is parked. Wow. Super long walk. Okay, cool. Let's hit it. Of course, I don't have any way to get any more ammo from there. They love keeping a strong black FBI agent down. Oh, Witchfinder Station? This is definitely not where I meant to go, but yeah, let's find the witch. Might as well see what's going on over here.
There's a rhyme over here.
Okay, another rhyme. The hero, brave and strong, left home to right a wrong. From the woods came the wolf, so greedy and hungry that he ate what he found in the house without a host. The hero returned to find she'd lost the thing she loved most. Okay. These rhymes are terrible. Ugh. Something's definitely going to be going on in here. More ammo.
Rest easy, buddy.
Okay. FBI agent with a heart of gold. I can only assume I'm going to have to come back here at some later point to do more stuff. Oh, a little moose doll. Okay. There's probably no reason to like keep belaboring the point over here. I know I keep saying that, but let's find our way back to the car. All the way back to the car. Okay.
There's another lunchbox.
B gaming. Is this a shortcut to where I'm going? It's definitely not. Ugh. Oh, but I can kind of like take a shortcut this way. Okay. I just gotta not. Oh, I kind of assumed something would be given to me if I did that. If I use the lake as a type of shortcut, can I just run? I think I could just like probably just run past these guys. Yeah. Let's just get out of here. Head back to town. Get a nice slice of apple pie from the diner where the weird lady works who says that she knows me and that all of my kids are dead or whatever. These things happen. Pro tip in gaming, always keep your weapons reloaded. Oh, am I super low on health? Is that the whole thing? I didn't realize. Let's pop some pills. My FBI agent has a crippling pill addiction. I guess not crippling. I'm pretty functional. Okay. I wouldn't say it's mostly puzzles, Spooneroo. I would say it's mostly like in some areas a point and click adventure with a bit of a finicky interface. But there hasn't really been much of a puzzle. Like, I think, it's safe to say I'm trapped in some kind of terrible book. I guess I gotta go around the other way. She's gonna take all these pills and then drive back to town, get pulled over by a local highway patrolman, and it's called a scene. Just like a real police officer. Don't groan at me, psycho. I guess I could go. I hear one of these dark perverts out here. Ew. Yeah, all you hear is like, no, it's like a pervert is stalking you. I didn't realize my health was like super low, and that's why I kept dying after like every hit. I thought she was just like really squishy. Maybe that was like my own misogyny. I kind of just assumed that she was like super squishy and could only take like one hit. And would I have assumed that if she were like a man? No, I wouldn't have. I would have been like, something must be wrong.
I'll meet you at the parking lot.
Okay, cool. I explored. I got the explore achievement. Okay. are you not? What the hell does that mean? Oh, okay, I see. I was going the wrong direction. Click, click. There you go. Sorry, Saga, that's my fault. I didn't mean to question your choices. Is it just this way? No, I gotta keep going. That's Cauldron Lake. And so that's the parking lot? Yeah, this way. Okay. We're doing it. Parking. Found a sign. The day-night cycle in this town is crazy. I feel like it just goes from like day to night randomly.
Ready to go?
Yeah, let's go. I'm driving. Cool. We did it, folks. We got out of the woods.
Mr. Wake, we're taking you back to our field office in Bright Falls. You can freshen up there, and then we'll talk properly.
Hey, Mom. Before you say anything, I'm totally fine. Don't freak out. Dad shouldn't have even texted you.
Logan? No one texted me. What's going on?
I'm totally fine. I slipped, that's all. God, it's not the end of the world.
Put your father on the phone.
Okay. Dad, it's Mom.
Don't worry, hun. Logan slipped in the shower and bumped her head. She has a slight concussion, but I'm keeping an eye on her. Lucky I heard her fall. She could have drowned.
Jesus, David. Why didn't you call?
I tried. It didn't go through. She's fine, really. But what about you? You sound stressed.
No, it's, just weird case, that's all.
Well, if you need a hint, my years of board game victories tell me Colonel Mustard did it.
I'll keep an eye out for him. Love you, Dave.
Love you too, honey. Want to say bye to Logan?
Just tell her I love her. Bye for now.
So I just want to say, this whole shit is obviously not just a book, but all in Saga Anderson's head, right? Like, is that the whole thing now? Don't tell me if I'm right, because I don't want to be spoiled, but like, I watch a lot of stuff like this, and that whole conversation was incredibly strange, you know? So like, in reality, did like the kid actually slip and hit her head and die and drown, and like the husband isn't around anymore either, and this like white boy cop partner is like also not real, like he's like her inner cop or something. Don't tell me if I'm wrong. I like the idea of like just throwing guesses out there. Don't spoil it for the audience.
You've been gone a long time.
No.
If you guys can't help but spoil it, if I keep guessing, I won't guess. If that makes it hard for you.
Let's talk about something else. Robert Nightingale. Do you know him? You were both here in 2010.
last time I saw him. 13 years. Fuck me.
Tell us about the pages. You had what looks like a title page with you. Return. Is this
With the V.
the writer's name has been scratched out pretty violently, but your name can still be made out underneath.
Scratched out. Yeah. Scratch.
Bill Hader. Bill Hader.
I'm trying to remember it. It's a crazy jumble, like a nightmare.
An American Nightmare. Alan Wake.
It doesn't make sense.
Ati and the Janitors. That's a way better name than Tim Pool and the Hats.
I remember.
That's Shannon Sharp?
Was I on a talk show tonight? Waking up in places with no memory of how I'd gotten there. It was out of control. I didn't need another mugshot in the fucking tabloids. Had I already done the show? Was that a recording?
Is that not Shannon Sharp? Like, I only know because of that controversy he was in recently. I shouldn't say he looks like Jared Leto. He has a really kind face in this.
I felt a strange pull toward the TV.
Okay. That's just called being American, brother. How's everyone enjoying the stream? Everyone enjoying the stream? You know, I know it's a non-traditional way of doing it. So if the quality is not to your liking, I can't do anything about that. But hopefully it's watchable. Alan Wake is lib coded though. Like it's like you could look at Alan Wake and tell that he's like a liberal, right?
Initiation hits the shelves tomorrow.
What?
That's exactly what every reader will be asking. This book is mind-bending. It's so cerebral. I mean, how would you describe it? An auto-fictional thought experiment? A horror story? A postmodern detective story? Wait.
Was it House of Leaves? They should let me play Alan Wake. Or this guy. I don't care. Don't say that.
Well played, man. That is spot on. Playing a role here. Pretending the world of the book overlaps our own. Very meta indeed.
I think I'd look good in that suit too. That's a great suit. I think I would look really nice in that. I love green.
Trying to find the manuscript of the novel he has forgotten.
Sounds too meta for me. I don't like shit like that.
Might not be near work at all. He is tormented by his dark doppelganger, guided by visions of a fictional detective he has written. That's right. Alex Casey is in this book as well.
Like that's the thing. Like, and I'm glad that they're leaning into it. This is not a critique. This is like not a critique. If your professor dressed like this, he would be like a professor of like fashion or like really into like looking nice. Like that's a great. He's put together really nicely in this, and I don't even give a shit about any of stuff like that. But like that's a nice suit. I like the color green. Anyway, I was just gonna say like. I'm glad they're leaning into the fact that Alan Wake is a bad writer because that book sounds terrible. Like that book they just described sounds like fucking terrible. Like the kind of thing that like a cop would read and think that it was really good.
I guess we'll just keep doing this the whole show. The joke's on me.
But isn't that what you sign up for with autofiction? Look, seriously,
Autoerotic fixation.
the structure of the reality you build in the book is fascinating.
No way.
Reminded me of the Matrix. I mean, the writer is physically in his writer's room, trapped there, and he projects himself out to this dark dream of New York,
So the bad parts of the Matrix.
like astral projection. Did I get that right?
That's exactly right. Go on. I should be taking notes here. This is good stuff.
Note to that other Alan Wake in that room writing this as we speak. All in the story. Well, I wish you every success with your new book. I hope it's as successful as your best-selling Alex Casey series. Initiation hits the shelves tomorrow. After this, I'm sure we'll all be eagerly awaiting the culmination of this hero's journey 20 years. Book called Return.
With a V.
Thank you for one of the strangest interviews of my entire career.
That wouldn't be so strange. That wouldn't be so strange. Like that's way less strange than like half of Elon Musk interviews. Like you would just think Alan Wake was on like ketamine or something. Uh-oh.
Hello?
What's on your reading list, B? Well, the thing about the way I read, and I don't know what this says about me, is that I tend to, like, if I'm going to read something, like, really smart and dense, I would prefer it to be nonfiction. I like to read fiction that's kind of, like, pulpy and easy. Like, some people like really challenging fiction, and I don't particularly care for stuff like that. Like, if I'm going to read something challenging, like I said, I want it to be, like, a PhD level like social science text or something like that. Like I want to read like Althusser or Adorno or like Lacan or something, or like things of that nature. When I read for fiction, like for fun, I read a lot of like really terrible stuff. Not terrible stuff. I would never describe anything that I love as terrible because I don't believe in that. I read a lot more just like casual consumption books. So like the movie The Meg with Jason Statham is actually based on a book series. I've read the first 4 books of that book series, and I've been stuck. So like the first 4 books of the book series are just like sequential. That there's like about like the same guy and his son who is dealing with like a giant shark. But in between like the 4th and the 5th book, there's like a crossover novel that intersects with another one of the guys' book series, which is about the Loch Ness monster, and I've been like stuck on like getting into that one so I could get like the whole thing. I've also been stuck on getting through the Garth Marenghi books. You can't see them, but when I'm normally streaming, you can see them. I'm a big fan of like Matthew Holness's work, and I've been like stuck on the Garth Marenghi books. And then I also really enjoy like the Jim Butcher like Dresden Files books, or at least I used to. But like trying to go back and read them now, they're just I don't know, like they're just so cringe in some places. And that like it's hard to get through them. So I don't know. I haven't been reading anything major. I'm halfway through the sequel to the book that the movie The Watchers, the one with the one that M. Night Shyamalan's daughter directed. I'm like halfway through the sequel to that book, but I haven't been reading anything. Honestly, I'm terrible about reading at this point in my life because I'm just working all the time. So a lot of times I'm listening to audiobooks. But I definitely need to pick up something like smart soon because my intelligence is degrading, and if I don't read for too long, I feel my intelligence degrading.
Something's not right here. I needed to get home to Alice.
When I play Alan Wake, it makes me wonder if like this is representative of what having an internal monologue is like, because it seems like I've always imagined it might seem like annoying.
What the hell was that interview? Some kind of joke? Initiation? I never wrote a book called Initiation. This felt like a bad dream. Could make a good horror story. Old Gods of Asgard. That name sounded familiar.
665, Neighbor of the Beast. Don't tell Tucker. Hi, Pig, I'm at work. For fiction, I finally decided to pick up Under the Dome. I read that in middle school or high school. I have a hardcover version of Under the Dome. I remember thinking I read the whole thing like on my train ride to school every morning. I think my girlfriend in high school bought that book for me for my birthday, or she either bought that book for me for my birthday, or she bought me like the book that he wrote right after that one, Duma Key. I thought that like both were fine. Really like late Stephen King. I don't read a lot of Stephen King books though. I prefer his short story collections. I think, he really shines. Some people would say he shines in his novels. I think that considering how many there are, the all right and to mediocre outweigh the really good. But I really enjoy his short story collections. So I have a lot of those. I also like Dean Koontz, funny enough. I like one of my not guilty pleasure, but like deep cut horror movies that I really enjoy is Phantoms with Rose McGowan, Ben Affleck, and Liev Schreiber. Like I think that's a really like underrated one, and I've read that book too. Valis Nova says, my aunt keeps buying me Stephen King books, but I haven't started a bunch of them yet. It's hard to find time to read, honestly. I mean,
Talk show on Mr. Door before. None of it felt right. Was I losing my mind?
oh, so you've never heard of a black talk show host, Alan? Great, that's really great. I can admit, some people will say it's not hard to read. It is hard to read. You're disincentivized from reading in so many different ways in your life. My interpretation of Many Worlds, Dr. Casper Darling. This is another tie-in with Control. Dr. Casper Darling is like the Q, the head of research and development, I guess, at the Bureau of Control, like the SCP Foundation and the game Control. You only really interact with him through like the videotapes that he left. Maybe if this stream goes well, we'll play Control on stream. I really enjoy Control. But yeah, like I some people will pretend like, after you work a long ass job where you stare at a screen that has endless amounts of text on it all day, all of which is meaningless, that you could want to come home and then like, I should have been paying attention.
I think I've been locked in. Everybody! Fuck. Now I have to find the cook myself.
Okay, we can do this, Alan. But yeah, a lot of times people like, over, I think, or pretend as though things that are in some ways unreasonable are a lot more reasonable because they are like ideal. Like, okay, you work all day sending emails, reading like terrible writing in one form or another, and like, what do you want to do? Go home and like read like a book that's challenging? It would be great if you did want to do that, but we should also not forget that like most people associate reading with like school, and school is not very, probably 665, right? School is not very school doesn't really incentivize you to like books. School incentivizes you to think that books are like important in some ways, and to like associate reading with like task-based learning. And so for a lot of people, I think they develop an unhealthy like view of reading as not something that they can do for fun, but something that they can do, or something that they have to do for like a certain grade. Like, I remember when I used to like really, really love reading, and then by the time I'm done grad school, I'm like, I fucking hate reading. Like, I hate reading.
Transmission I couldn't quite make out. What was that? A message? Impossible to say.
I will say though, like, I'm not a big social media person in terms of like reading. It's like I'm scrolling on like X all day reading tweets. I think it's better to read nothing than to like only read like social media posts. So I've just chosen to mostly like not read anything. But like, ideally I'll have a lot more free time in a few months, and I'll be able to like really digest some dense text and bring those insights to you, because like, and I do want to say that I didn't get a chance to say it in an earlier stream. I really appreciate everything that you all do for me as my audience to encourage me and teach me. Leave it to a white man to interrupt me, a black man, trying to congratulate you all, interracial chat, about the role that we play in enriching each other's lives. But yeah, no, I'm really grateful for you all, engaging with me in discourse every day or almost every day, because it doesn't, whether you feel like it does or not, it makes me feel as though I'm learning and that I'm developing my thoughts. Steel sharpens steel or whatever, although we know who can afford steel in America in this economy. But yeah, no, I want to say I'm very appreciative of you all, and just as much as you probably feel like you learn from me, I feel like I learn from you all every day, and I feel like I'm incentivized to learn more as a result. Let's hit it. Get it, white boy. This is
a ghost of a memory surfaced about writing here for countless days.
Alan Wake is Drake's ghostwriter. That's where he's been for the past 13 years. He's been like ghostwriting Drake's rhymes. That's what the big owl up here is about.
I have been writing. Initiation. We must write to escape.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This wasn't the way out.
Is the way out through this blackboard?
A blackboard for mapping out a story. On the index cards, the nightmare that just happened to me. A summary of the story so far. But other notes as well. Warnings. I had written them. I couldn't remember what it all meant. The name Scratch filled me with dread. I could trust these words. I had to act on them. We must write to escape.
Okay. Plot board. Let's see what it says. waking up to a nightmare. At the talk show, I had thought I was home in New York, but none of it had felt right. I was trapped in the dark place, a nightmare beyond our world. The writer's room was my safe haven. My writing affected what was outside. I was trying to write a story to escape this place. The story was called Initiation. With the story I wrote, I projected myself out to look for a way to escape. I had tried many times, failed. This place made me forget. Everything Dor had said had felt true. Was that part of my writing or coming from somewhere else? The dark place trapped. You must write to escape. Do you read Sutter Kane?
I didn't remember much, but I knew my thoughts and ideas could manifest as reality in this dark place. I'd use my writing to project myself out of this room, like a deep sea diver to go deeper and explore the depths of this prison for a way out. This room was my boat. Writing was my lifeline. I would start again at the talk show.
Thank you. Oh, you're too kind. Welcome back. We have a great show for you here tonight. A real treat for all you Alex Casey fans out there. Alex Casey himself is here tonight. That's right. Sam Lake, ladies and gentlemen. The actor who has given his face to the famous detective in the film series. And of course, we have Alan Wake here, the best-selling writer of the books the films are based on. Let's do this!
Sorry, I was muted there. I didn't realize I was muted. What I was saying is that I have to take a bit of a potty break, so I'm going to go to the bathroom. Um, I guess I could just put some music on while I do that. What do you guys think? Just some music while I'm going to the bathroom? Yeah, you guys just a little bit of music, right? All right, all right, all right. We are back. We are back. We are back. Let's get back into it. Let's see what they're doing. Watch some TV.
Welcome back to the... So, Alan, as the creator of the character, how do you feel about this?
Sorry, what?
I know it can be an awkward question with a man sitting right next to you, but how do you feel about him in the role of Casey?
Is that what he's supposed to look like? I thought what I was getting from the design.
He looks exactly like I always imagined Casey to be.
He looks so British.
It's uncanny.
Thank you. That means so much to me. I'm a huge fan of your books.
So, what's the problem, Alan? Because on more than one occasion, you voiced your reservations about the adaptations.
It's not that. They're their own thing. They've gone with choices that are different from mine. I feel protective about my stories, and these adaptations... I don't know. I guess I just wish I could have been more involved in making them.
Well, in that case, you won't have seen this either. We have a clip from the new film, Murder Case Casey. Should we roll it, or do you want to say something first, Sam?
Nah, just roll it.
This city was an old scar that refused to heal. The rain made it fester. It needed the sun, but there was only the night. I was tired. Insomnia covered me like a plastic film. I was watching the world through a rain-slick window, my own reflection haunting the view. I was trying to track down a missing writer. My only clue was a table lamp, shaped like an angel. The only thing that shed light on this sordid mystery.
That's great! Murder Case Casey! Great job, Sam. Very exciting and very meta. I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Wait, stop. What was that about a writer? About a lamp?
Okay, back in the studio. I did watch Late Night with the Devil. I thought it was all right. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was all right. I know there was like that many controversy surrounding the use of AI and like the creation of some of the assets used in the film. I didn't really see any of that stuff until like after I had already watched the movie. At least that's how I recall it happening. But maybe I saw it before and I was like, I don't care. I don't know, man. I was going wild on it. But I saw the movie and it was all right. In case you were thinking of watching it. Game sound is quiet. People said it was too loud last time. I can raise it. Like right now, there's nothing really happening. It's mostly just ambient noise. Are we adding another? I gotta find another clue. Okay. Okay. Let me put my Velma hat. Okay, so it's 565 this time. See, this is like the level of puzzle I like. Papa. That's what it's like to be a brain genius. One and done, baby. What should I watch tonight as a horror movie? I think I'm probably just gonna watch like I saw that the Red Letter Media Halloween 2025 special is out, so I'll probably just watch that instead of a horror movie tonight. Last night I watched Until Dawn, though, the movie based or at least loosely associated with like the Until Dawn game, which is also on PS Plus now. All right. Oh.
Hello?
Oh, that's kind of spooky. Are you jacking off in there, Mr. Waters? The school board meeting is. You know what I like about this too, like playing for you all? Not only does it inspire me to like play, but if I was playing this by myself, I probably wouldn't have the capacity to get as like startled because I would be so like focused on the game. But because I'm kind of like being forced to split my focus between the game and you all, it's giving me a little bit more of like room to be scared. Maybe that's just like the performativity of being like a streamer. Like you just like, oh, you start streaming and then you just want to do all like the, oh my gosh, like soy face. But I see it. I see it. What's going on? Is it Ati? I still got to watch the original Annabelle and Children of the Corn. I was thinking of watching the original.
No day.
Oh, it is Ati.
War, Tom. Oh, not so much evil that not a bit of good as
Ati looks like Elon. Or like Kimball. It's like how Kimball Musk looks.
Hey, I can't seem to find my way out of here. Can you point me to the exit?
Totta helvetissä. Of course, Tom. The world will instruct its maker. I was gonna get something from the basement for you, but you can get it yourself now. The more cooks, the worse the soup.
I'm sorry, did he just bring up too many cooks? Crazy. I love too many cooks, Ati. You know, you're right. Times were better back then.
What do you want me to get from the basement? And my name's Alan. You tell.
Joo, mutta katsopako a man, but a man with a tool makes two, Tom. Eikö niin? And a man with a tool can build his own exit.
Okay.
It's in a shoebox in the basement where you left it. Safe as in the Lord's purse. Here's the key.
I see Elon still abusing that ketamine.
Have we met before? Are you trapped in the dark place too?
You remember Ahti, the janitor. You can't be lost if you don't worry about where you are headed. So don't worry, Tom. The sun will shine even into a heap of twigs. Just remember, turn on the lights. It won't take long when you get to work.
I shouldn't be mean. You know, I love Ati. Ati's cool. Like Ati reminds me of the kind of character that would be in Hey Arnold. Like Arnold would like meet Ati on his way to like a adventure.
He who mouths about his troubles is the prisoner of his troubles. It's not easy to get out. But don't you worry, Tom. The home is still there where the heart is. I often think about it when I mop the floor and look into the puddle. Water is the memory of the world. Water finds its way.
The janitor was a bit out there, but still a friendly face. I had to trust the basement would get me out of here.
Okay. Nice to see you, Ati. Okay. Oh, Matt, perfect. Okay. Basement. Okay. Okay, cool. So it's just like, it's just this. Okay. So it should just be here. Green room. Hell yeah. I love the color green. When I was getting new glasses, I found like a pair that were very similar to my last pair of glasses. So I'm gonna get like, I love glasses, and I prior to, or I guess right after getting my first pair, I wanted to get like a bunch of other pairs, but I ended up A, not having the money for them, and then B, also just like not having my prescription available once I moved to just get a bunch of new glasses made. But now that I do, I just can't decide what my first new pair of glasses should be. I found a pair of like really nice, like rectangular frames. Well, not particularly nice rectangular frames, but within the price that I want to spend for an everyday pair. But they're green. They're just like green and see-through, which I would love. The spooky door? Oh, Night Springs. Oh, this was like the Twilight Zone, like ersatz that they had in the first Alan Wake. I was wondering if they were going to bring it back, but I love the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone is one of my like favorite things, and I'm a just general big anthology show fan. But the original Twilight Zone series is something that I've seen a ton of times because I would always, as a kid, watch the 4th of July Sci-Fi Channel marathon and the New Year's Eve Sci-Fi Channel marathon. Is that like a wand? My favorite Twilight Zone episode from the original series.
Between the lamp and the light overhead.
Okay. Ooh. Whoa. Oh shit. Okay, that's cool. Okay, interesting.
The bulb glowed. It held the light now.
Okay, cool. Okay. I mean, this might be like a pretty mid-tier, or I guess like average opinion, but my favorite episode, I think, of the original Twilight Zone is Will the Real Martian Please Stand Up? The one where they're all in the diner and one of the patrons of the diner is like secretly a Martian, or they think it's secretly an alien. I would say that's like my favorite episode of the original series. But I've seen them all, and there are so many really, really good ones. Even like the first episode is so good. I I forget what the name of it is, but that's the one where the guy arrives at the town and no one is there, and then at the end, it turns out that he's just like an experimental pilot testing out like what it would be like to be isolated in space or whatever. But I've also seen like the '80s reboot series. I think that's the one I've seen the least. And I've also seen the one where it's Forrest Whitaker that they made in the early 2000s as the Rod Serling host. Oh, was that like a cat trap down here? But yeah.
Another surge from the lamp. I could use it again.
Okay, cool. Oh, cool, okay.
The glow of the lamp went out, shifting the light in the room. The light carved out something new from the darkness.
In the darkness is the light. But yeah, I also like shows like this in general. Like I'm a really big fan of the late '90s, early 2000s reboot of The Outer Limits too. The one that used to come on like all the time. I used to love that show. I just saw there's like an even more obscure one that they made in the early 2000s that I saw is on Tubi now that I used to love too, called Night Visions. That's hosted by Henry Rollins from Black Flag. Henry Rollins is from Black Flag, right? I'm not like just remembering that wrong. But yeah, it's hosted by Henry Rollins either way. And it has like some pretty good segments. Okay, so I can do it in here. This is the door. No, that's not the door I came in. It's probably here though. Interesting. So I'm trying to make my way out of this building by shifting between one light zone and another light zone. You know what I've been meaning to rewatch too? A movie that I saw like in theaters. I forget who I saw this movie in theaters with. I think it was just like on a date, but I can't remember who it was with. But the adaptation of the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark children's book, that adaptation that they made into a movie was actually pretty good and was like a decently scary movie. And I only saw it one time in the theaters back when it came out, but I thought it was like, really solid. I should definitely give it a rewatch. Okay, do we go that? Going this way? Exit. Okay. How's everyone feeling? Is everyone feeling spooked?
The dark place wants to drown me. I'm losing myself. I have to fight it. I have to remember the clicker, the light switch.
What did you say?
I lost it, but I have the lamp now. The lamp the switch was cut from. This place is a nightmare. Not real, and yet more real than anything. The danger and the horror are real. It feeds off my mind, twisting whatever it takes into psychotic reality. I'm trapped here. I write to escape. I've tried this many times, written countless stories, forgotten how many. I keep failing, but I must keep trying. I use the story to dive deeper. Every word I write is a step forward on this spiral of the darkness. I dive to the bottom to find the answer, the map, and the key, the compass. It's combined to form a door leading out. But how do you open a door that's not a door? At the bottom of an ocean that's not an ocean. And a lake that's not a lake.
All right, fine. If you insist, we will I will increase the volume just for you, Spooneroo. Although I feel as though last time it was relative dialogue volume up, bass reduction. Okay. We'll even increase the This is nice.
I can see you there, but you don't see me anywhere. I'm right in front of you, I'm right here on this long ending road. What are you looking at? Is it your face on a pane of glass? Somehow this window becomes a trap on this winding road. Will it ever let me go? Forever I am fading to black. Forever I am circling back, just to fall into this trap.
All right. Do you know what that song was missing though? Like a rap verse. That's this kind of song that like handsome boy modeling school would make, and then have like a rapper like Big Pooh have a verse on that. All right. Okay. Cool. So we're still looking for a way out. I guess we'll play for a little bit longer. I was going to play to like at least, 2:00 my time, and it's not there, so it feels like a shame to just end it early for the sake of the chapter ending there, or solely for the sake or the reason that the chapter ended there. Lo-fi beats to get spooked to. I just wish that Alan Wake would start exercising his Second Amendment right. Oh, hell yeah. New York City, baby. The Big Apple. Forget about it. Let's go find Curtis Sliwa. He'll help us. Oh, over here. Here's the payphone. Caldera Street Plaza. That's not in New York City. I'm walking here.
Hello?
Alan Wake?
This is Andrew Cuomo.
No? Who is this?
We'll get to that later. There are spies all over.
It does sound like Chris Cuomo.
A sense of deja vu washed over me. Had I had this conversation before?
Alan, listen to me carefully. Caldera Street Station, the subway. You need to go there. I'll call you again later. Make sure to pick up.
Do I know you? I know you from somewhere.
You've just forgotten again. We're in it together. Don't worry. I got it now. We've been working secret.
I'm losing you. Hello? Hello?
Ah, the old subway pass. Casey, Initiation 2.
The man had said Caldera Street Station. I had to go there.
Okay. Let's see where it is, baby. Caldera Street Station. So it's just, I guess, through that plaza? Cool. I heard that they raised the price of like the New York City subway again. Crazy. Oh my gosh. I said it before, and I know it's popular to defend New York City public transportation because in America it's just so rare to have any public transportation. But as someone who used to have to rely on it to get to work every day, it really was not good. Not that you could really afford to drive to New York if you lived in the city, so you were kind of stuck with it. But like when people are there on vacation and they don't want to use it, I'm not like surprised because it's. I said it before and I'll say it again. One of the worst subway systems I've ever been. No, I should say it just more accurately. The worst subway system I've ever used in the entire world, for sure. And I say that's like a proud New Yorker. Insofar as you could be proud of anything. Where the hell am I going? Okay. Caldera Street Station. This way. There you go. Back off, Cuomo.
The Caldera Street Station sign was there, but the entrance was missing. I had to make it appear. Maybe I could use the lamp to reveal the station entrance.
Sure. Okay. That's creepy, like little shadow figures. Where's the station sign he was saying? Oh, over there. Use the lamp. What makes it so bad? It's unreliable.
Fuck. Look, the lamp was dead in my hand. I needed to find a light for it.
And you find a light for it. No charges. Okay. What does a charge for this look like? Is it that thing over there? Okay, it must be illumination. I'm gonna follow the sign that says illumination.
There was a light at the end of the alley ahead.
Yeah, like I mean, I think that the best time to use it in New York City is when you have nowhere really important to be, and so you can afford to like be stuck on the subway for any number of hours. But yeah, it's always delayed. It's always stopping and being stalled for like 20 minutes at a time. It's just, it needs to be overhauled, seriously.
Looking into a murder.
Come on, what is this?
There's a piece of evidence, a manuscript of a novel. You wouldn't know anything about it?
A manuscript? What manuscript? I need to see it.
Rumor had it the manuscript contained the details of the murders. A murder cult was following the story to commit their gruesome acts. Was Wake their leader? Had he written it? How far would he go to create a perfect work of art? Or would he be the next victim? Stay here.
No, wait! I need a gun!
No chance.
Wow. That's the world Obama wants. Ooh, like Christmas.
Casey!
Damn it.
Spooneroo says, gotcha, so fine for tourists, but not good for people using it to commute to work. No, I wouldn't even say it's good for tourists. Again, the types of people who say that they don't want to use it when they're tourists tend to be the kinds of people, cool people want to dismiss, like Disney adults. But the New York City subway does something else that makes it really unusable for people if you are used to any other transit system in like the rest of the world. New York City, and I've taken subways all over the world. You can be on a train in New York. Like you can be like on like the A, C, whatever train in New York. Well, not whatever train, but you know what I mean. And suddenly a garbled, jumbled sound will come over the loudspeaker, and the person on the loudspeaker will be saying that the train you're on has suddenly became a whole separate train with a different route, with a different stop schedule. And I hope you're paying attention, because if you're not, you're now on a different train. That does not really happen other places. A lot of it is just like, infrastructure being old, not being invested in, mayors of New York not wanting to invest in the infrastructure repairs, because like it's going to take such a long time that, ultimately it's likely to cause dissatisfaction during your tenure and not be resolved until after, during your, opponents, or like your at least successor's term. He got fucked up.
You're gonna get what's coming to you.
Cool, a flashlight.
This was an echo of the books I had written for years. Picking up Casey's gun felt like I was assuming the role of the detective.
Yeah, like, certainly driving is not going to get you there any faster or better, but
Right now,
perfect.
I needed to get back to the subway station entrance.
But, like, the train in New York is...
With the alley in darkness now, restless shadows block my way.
Can I not, like... I guess that doesn't work. Like, the New York City subway works best when, you just drunkenly want to get to or from your destination and you don't need to get there at any particular time. So, yeah, you don't have to worry about, like, having to drive yourself, and it's cool. But, like, if you actually need to be anywhere on time, whether it's for, like, fun or, like, work, it's not something that I really enjoy. And everyone's solution is just like leave unreasonably early. Like, your train ride can take anywhere between 30 minutes and an hour and a half, depending on like how the train feels that day. Well, make sure you leave 2 hours early then. And if you get there, like, that's fine. It's like, that's not fine. And honestly, it doesn't happen like that in any other country. But like, yeah, it's hard to have that conversation because in America, the New York City Metro is one of very few public transportation options that exist in the entire country. Oh, wrong way. Oh, am I just like then immediately back in the same place? Oh, I see. Okay. So I need the light in order to light up that particular thing. Okay. Who cares, brother?
Oh, fuck!
Gotcha. Who shot ya? Separate the weak from the opposite. Ow.
didn't. They were trying to stop me. With the gun and flashlight, I could fight back.
I will say the gunplay in this feels great, though.
Entrance now.
Like, being able to ride my bike places is way better. I mean, it's just an incredible improvement in quality of life. Booyah, love to see it. Hey, New York, your subway is now better than ever. I mean, I can't say that. People will get mad, but as a New Yorker, it's what I want to say. Comment was dumb. I'll trying to delete. I won't read it then. I'll grant you the mercy of just not scrolling back to read it.
Another light to go deeper inside.
Yeah, we'll give it like another 15 minutes. I've heard the new Ninja Gaiden is good too. Ugh. See, this is what I get for being like a broke boy. Don't sleep don't sleep street again avenue. Oh, that's cool. It's like a reference to Nightmare on Elm Street, I imagine. You know, like the nursery rhyme the girls sing when they jump rope or skip rope, if you're, you know, of that inclination. Bigfoot shadow. Okay. Wait, where am I going? Okay, like I feel like I'm not like. Oh no, I don't need that. Shit. In between with Mr. Door. People will get mad, but I kind of agree with the really lived up position that like red states shouldn't get legalized drugs besides like alcohol. I mean, I think that's fair. I don't think they should get like jazz grass if they're going to be that way. Wait, what was I supposed to be doing in here? Like looking for light? But where is it? Where is this light? How do I find this light? One thing I miss about New York, and one of the reasons why, you know, I'm not as, I can't think look for, nostalgic for it, is that a lot of my favorite restaurants there are like closed. There used to be a great nugget restaurant in, like, it was right off of Union Square called the Nugget Spot. That closed after the pandemic. Jimmy's Diner in Williamsburg closed. What else did I like to go to that closed? I'm very petty. Oh, let me look at my like guidebook. Television. Commercial. Intro. I can't like see. Hold on, let me again do a little magic so I can see I want to be able to see the Okay. It's like pointing me in this direction, but then it's like, do I need to like look at the light? I don't get it. Was I not paying attention to enough? What was I supposed to be doing here? Who in the chat was paying attention when I should have been? Is there a switch on those boards or something? Oh, that's perhaps a good question. Here's some bullets, so that's helpful. That's almost like a switch on the board. Although I guess I should also, there we go, put this on my quick slot. Quick slot. There we go. Use the scepter. I can't use the scepter. I don't have a light. There must be something here. I can't rub my face up against stuff. I'm being stupid. Ola from Houston. Ola to you as well. MTA machines. This is just how they look normal. I think I need to have, you think I need to have the lamp equipped? I need to have it equipped. I don't need to have it equipped. Flashlight. Follow the light. A switch in hand beats 2 on the board. Okay. H-Town holding it down. Yeah, I definitely should have been paying better attention. I feel like what I need to do is in this room, though. It's definitely in here. And it's like pointing me in this direction, but I don't have a light. I used the light that was in the scepter to open up the train station. And now I'm in this train station and I don't have a light. My GAT says a switch in hand beats 2 on the board, which I assume is like the riddle that I got when I came in here. So there's a cult sign. Let's see. The garbage can. And this little like light symbol keeps like poking me in the right direction. Maybe I just gotta get out of here for a second. There's a light in here. Yeah, maybe go get the light back. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what other things I can do with the light. I might need 2 lights. Okay, okay. There's a light potentially over here. Let's get a light over here. Another subway station. Bah! There we go. There we go. Here's another subway stop. We got it. We got it. We figured it out. Okay, looks like we got some kind of train up here. Don't write. That's what I'm always saying. Now let's, okay. Do we go down or we go up? So we go up. Oh, I love street food. There's so much great street food around the world. Wow. Rude. the halal street cart vendors. That's what's so sad. Like some people see that stuff and it makes them, I don't know, feel like they're afraid because it doesn't look like Disney World looks. Like some people think that New York City should just look like Disney World. And I don't think that I don't know. There's a nuanced conversation to be had about crime in America, broadly speaking, not just crime in urban centers. Because, like, to pretend as though crime happens disproportionately in urban centers as the result of things that can't be explained and are also oftentimes, like, you know, not accurate compared to, like, the way crime happens in red states or, you know, red cities. You know, you can't just concede that like so much more crime is happening in New York City than ever before, or than like in red states because of like the policy, because that's not true. But there are answers for crime, like I always say, that are built into leftist policy. It's liberals and conservatives that don't have answers for crime.
With some sins, the evidence of the crimes committed could never be erased. Not by the rain or any amount of therapy from Dr. Jack Daniels. It remained bruises under my skin like tattoos, bruises in my soul, scar tissue on my heart. The rain never stopped falling, and I never stopped drinking.
But yeah, America's a punitive society, so a lot of people only imagine that like to speak about crime or crime prevention is to be like giving credence to conservative policies. But conservative policies for crime prevention don't even work. That's like the obvious, like, you know, reality, right? That they just don't work. And so what does work, we can see from other places, which is providing for people's basic needs. And also disincentivizing drunk driving, obviously. But yeah, some people, like most people who complain about the city are people who live in the suburbs, which is not to say that like people who live in the city don't have complaints about the city or crime. A lot of people are also conservative though, like Curtis Sliwa. But no one wants to feel endangered as they like are in their own community. But we do have to concede that some people's feelings about danger aren't like, you know, based in reality. Shoebox. I don't need to store any items. I barely have anything. Okay. Without driving drunks, what will cops do for recreation? Who knows? Who knows? Like, yeah, like some people want New York City to like, when they go in, to be like a cartoon version of a city where like no one lives and they just go to like Broadway and, you know, get like a hot dog and go to the Yankee game because they live in New Jersey. But that's not, you know, reasonable because they don't live there. That was like the contention of the congestion pricing too. It's like people who don't live there but don't want to pay for like pricing, you know, don't want to pay for like premium priced entry to Disney World. They just think that like New York City should be that way. But Disney World obviously has like ticketed prices. Slee was not from Hey Arnold, New York. Slee was from the Warriors, New York. I never really had like halal carts when I was in New York. Although I'm like very big into like New York City Chinese food. It's the one thing I really miss. I sometimes just like crave some General Tso's chicken or like some spare rib tips and French fries. I really enjoy the food of my youth. Big health pack. Microphone sounds a bit rough today. It's because I'm streaming from my PlayStation 5, not from my actual computer. Although I guess this is a good place to stop it for tonight. We've been going for about 2 hours now, so let's wind it down before we get too far away from the save room. Where was the save room? Was it back this way? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We were right there. All right. All right. All right. Let's just do a few chats and then we'll get out of here. Peach Bus on Twitch says they'll say most people in high crime areas want more police and policing, but left unsaid is that's the only option presented for reducing crime. Yeah, that's the issue. Most people don't understand a crime prevention strategy that's outside of like extra policing and harder sentences because they've been taught like that their moral narrative about policing and about crime and, you know, about like good and bad is the same thing as like the practical solution to like violence in society, when those two things aren't the same. You know, it's okay to be worried about the public good. But I think a lot of people just have a version of leftism in their head that's not like really rooted in like leftist theory. It's rooted in like, you know, I think very real desire to have empathy for people who have been traditionally marginalized. But for too many people, that means that their analysis is short circuited by like the position that like, well, some people are going to be upset by this. Like, what if this negatively impacts a person that like, you know, has some claim to already being marginalized? And the answer to that is usually just like, well, that's why we're putting forth a bucket of solutions and not just this one thing in a silo, or, you know, that's misinformation. But yeah, But yeah, let's close this out strong. I have some slap fighting to watch. I'm gonna get a snack. Ugh. When it's cold like this, I just want to eat to excess, and I'm going to indulge myself because who cares? Who's gonna see my six pack? Not you guys. Not you guys. But it is glorious for those of you who don't know. We'll do a few more chats. We'll do one or two more. Safe travels. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think that's such an important point. Perhaps I'll, you know, belabor it a little bit longer. Like, a lot of people are tricked into thinking that the solution to things that are wrong with society are just, you know, incorrect ones. I mean, and by that I mean, like, a lot of people are taught to think that like the only solutions to things like crime or things like the feeling of being unsafe is more police officers or some version of a private-public partnership. And those are just like the wrong answer to the problem. And we can see that because all of those problems have gotten worse over the years. Not crime, obviously, because different things changed to alleviate like what was at that point exacerbating the crime epidemic during like the 70s and 80s. But generally speaking, we could do more for those issues by like, you know, expanding the social safety net. All right, all right, all right. Okay, what do I always say when we get out of here? Stay safe, stay sane, stay sexy. I appreciate you all. Like I said, I'll probably be off for like the next 4-ish days, but we'll be back and we'll be better than ever for Christmas this year, or I should say for Halloween this year. The Hess truck is here. Peace easy. Bye-bye.